The Federal Treasurer may have backed down on major tax reform to super, but many Australians are now choosing to invest in other ways, wary of future changes. Gareth Croy, Managing Director of wealth advisory firm Your Future Strategy, joins me now. Gareth, thank you for your time. Jim Chalmers wanted to tax super funds on unrealised gains, paper profits, if you like, over $3 million. Common sense seems to prevail, but what changes has he made instead, and when will they come into effect?
So they don't come into effect for a little while. They initially thought they may have been retrospective, which was quite concerning, but they don't actually come into play until the end of, on the 1st of July 2026. And the first start date isn't till 30 June 2027 when we need to calculate total superannuation balances. So the first assessments under this new tax won't be until the 2027-2028 financial year.
We're talking a sizable amount in super, aren't we? Funds of 3 million to 10 million and above that will come into for extra tax.
Yeah, that's right. And I think for people, this is per member balance too. So for a couple, that's $6 million before these new taxes come into play. But what's important here is the indexation that came with the amendment, or what's now being tabled.
And what impact do you think these changes will have on intergenerational wealth, the handing down of wealth to other family members?
Yeah, well, the government's made it pretty clear that they don't want to see superannuation used for multi-generational wealth transfer, and this is a clear signal. And so there are other vehicles that should be considered when you're looking at these larger sums. So anything over $3 million should really be considering some other tax structures now too.
Are you finding that people are reluctant to rely upon super, given the constant tinkering? What we're planning today might not be the case in 5-10 years' time.
Yeah, and this is a real problem for the government, is around confidence. So people don't want to see these changes. They want to be able to rely on making plans, long-term plans, and not being caught out with these things that are happening. So this has been a sort of a concern which has delayed the release of this bill as they tried to get it right.
Gareth, we're not giving financial advice here, obviously, but what steps are people taking to protect their nest eggs then?
Yeah, well, again, there are other investment structures that can be used. Superannuation has always been favourable based on the concessional tax rates, but there are other vehicles. And so it's important for people to engage with financial advisors and tax accountants to understand what those other options are now that these new tax rates are coming in.
It's a confusing world out there. Gareth Croy from Your Future Strategy, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.